Hey everyone. Throughout my experience of teaching English, I've collected a whole bunch of common mistakes made by English learners across elementary to advanced levels. Even non-native English teachers slip up from time to time. And today, I will reveal 12 common mistakes every learner makes. If by the end of this video, you can spot all of these mistakes, my hat is off to you. You are really good at English and can be proud of yourself. So, let's see if you're up for the challenge. Your task is simple. I will show you a sentence containing a mistake, and you'll have 10 seconds to spot it. Or you can hit pause and take more time to think. Don't worry, I'll give you a quick rundown of each mistake after each sentence. And make sure you keep counting the number of right answers. By the end of this video, you'll get your score. Without further ado, let's put your English knowledge to the test. Oh yeah, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's begin. And our first challenge for today is to find a mistake in the following sentence. I don't know where are my keys. You have 10 seconds to think. I hope you found the mistake. The correct way to say this sentence is, I don't know where my keys are. This sentence is a statement, not a question. That's why we should use a standard word order with the subject keys going before the verb are. However, in the form of a question, the word order changes, and we say, where are my keys? You got it? Let's check. How about this sentence? She doesn't say where does she work. Is it correct? Take a moment to think. And the answer is no, it's not correct. Since this sentence is not a question, the standard word order should be used. So, the correct sentence should be, she doesn't say where she works. I hope you got it now. Be careful.
I know where my keys are. They're on top of the fish tank.
I don't know where she is.
This is the bar where she works.
Now, let's find mistake number 2 in the following sentence. In this week, I am going on vacation. You've got 10 seconds to spot it. All right. Even advanced learners fall into this trap sometimes. Remember, the word this with time periods doesn't need any prepositions. So, the correct way to say it is this week, I am going on vacation. The same rule applies to last and next. Instead of saying in the last month, in the next year, or on this Sunday, you should say last month, next year, and this Sunday. If you want to learn more about this topic, check out our video on time prepositions. But for now, just remember, we don't use any prepositions with this, next, and last when they are used with time periods.
This year I have a special request.
Then this week I saw him on TV again, and I came to that house looking for him.
Last month, we went camping.
Let's move on to mistake number 3. Try to spot it in this sentence. Every politic in our country is responsible for the crisis. You have 10 seconds to think. Did you figure it out? I hope you did. The word politic in English is an adjective that describes people and their behavior. For example, it's okay to say, her move was very politic. However, if we are talking about a person who is professionally involved in politics, we say politician. So the correct sentence should be, every politician in our country is responsible for the crisis. Be careful.
The most popular politician in Europe and the most extreme. by every politician from here to Frisco.
This guy's not a professional, he's a politician.
Moving on, mistake number 4 is in the following sentence. The new laptop is much faster comparing to the older model. Take a moment to think. I know that for most of you, it sounds correct. However, there is no such phrase as comparing to in English. When we compare things, we say compared to or compared with. So, the correct way to say this sentence is, the new laptop is much faster compared to the older model. Let's avoid this mistake and stick to proper grammar.
Besides, compared to my other prospects, this was the chance of a lifetime.
It's a bit subdued compared to New York.
As annoying as a yard was to my dad, it was nothing compared to how annoying Julie Baker was in that tree.
Mistake number 5. Try to spot it in the following sentence. I recommend you to join the club. Take a moment to think. Now, I know this one can be a bit tricky, but let me break it down for you. The verbs recommend and suggest are exceptional in English. We don't use to after these verbs with an object. Instead, we should use just the infinitive without to. So, the correct way to say it is, I recommend you join the club. Let's look at other examples following the same rule. I suggest we go hiking this weekend. My sister suggested that I try a new recipe. My English teacher recommended that I study more. Remember it.
I highly recommend you join the club.
I know doctors there. I really recommend you get treatment for a few weeks.
I suggest you get it.
And did Phil ever suggest you do anything about it?
Now, mistake number 6 is in this sentence. I am tired. I need some relax. You have 10 seconds to think. If I had received $1 every time I heard the phrase, I need some relax, I would have become a millionaire. A lot of students make this mistake. Remember, relax is a verb, not a noun. So to correct it, use the appropriate phrasing. I need to relax. Never say I need some relax. Be cautious.
So wake up, sunshine. It's time to relax and enjoy your stay.
I need to relax. I'm thinking some retail therapy.
Next up, mistake number 7. Trying to find it in the following dialogue. I don't like eggs. I don't like them too. Take a moment to think. I hope most of you caught this mistake. Remember, we use to when we agree with a positive statement. For example, if the first sentence in the dialogue was I like eggs, then we can say I like them too or me too. However, if we agree with a negative statement, we should use either in the full sentence or neither in the short reply. So, the correct way to convey this dialogue is I don't like eggs. I don't like them either, or simply me neither. Remember it.
I don't want it singing to anyone else either.
I don't love you either.
I don't know either.
Mistake number 8 is in this sentence. We caught 5 fishes last week. Can you spot it? I hope it wasn't too difficult for you. In English, we have exceptional nouns that have the same singular and plural forms. The word fish is one of them. So the correct sentence is, we caught 5 fish last week. The same rule applies to words like deer and sheep. We should say 2 deer and 7 sheep. Remember it.
6 fish there, limit's 5.
I hope he caught a lot of fish.
I have 3 deer hanging in the garage.
Why don't I just give him the horse instead of the 24 sheep?
Now, let's spot mistake number 9 in the following sentence. You would better go. Take a moment to think. Many learners often mistake "you'd better" as a contraction of "you would better." However, this is not accurate. "You'd better" actually comes from "you had better," which is an English idiom used to give advice about what someone should do. So, the correct way to say this sentence should be, "You had better go. Be careful."
Oh, Mr. Bello, I believe you had better go with this young lady.
Okay. Somebody in this office had better start talking.
You tell him he had better keep his word.
Next one, mistake number 10. Can you find it in this sentence? I have done 2 mistakes. I hope you've identified the mistake. The correct way to express this is, I have made 2 mistakes. Remember, we use make when we create or construct something. For instance, we made a cake, or she made a decision. On the other hand, we use do when we perform an action or task. For example, you could say, I've done my homework, or he did his job well.
I think I made a mistake, and I don't know how to fix it.
I made a mistake. I really made a mistake.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Mistake number 11. Try to spot the error in this sentence. I like spending time on the fresh air. You have 10 seconds to think. Now let's focus. When you are physically inside a particular environment like rain, sun, or a forest, you should use the preposition in. Therefore, the correct usage would be in the rain, in the sun, in the forest. This rule also applies to the air. So when you are surrounded by fresh air, you should say, I like spending time in the fresh air. Remember it.
I mean, we should be outside in the fresh air.
Because on a first date, you took her walking in the rain and she got bronchial pneumonia.
I can't be in the sun for too long either.
And the last one, mistake number 12. Can you find it in this sentence? I and my friend are going to the movies tonight. While some people may speak that way, it is not considered correct in English. It is more polite and grammatically correct to mention the other person or people before oneself. Therefore, the correct way to say it is, my friend and I are going to the movies tonight. Remember this rule.
3? It is. My friend and I were hoping to get some ice cream.
My dad and I came out here to watch Hale Bopp for 5 nights in a row.
My wife and I will take the girl.
Hi, my parents and I were just having dinner here.
Congratulations on challenging yourself to improve your English skills and spot those mistakes. If you made 1 or no mistakes, you're probably at an advanced level or pretty close to it. So give yourself a pat on the back. Check out the table to get an idea of your English level. And don't forget to share your results in the comments so that I can see how well you did. If you want to test your pronunciation skills, you can do so by following this video. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more awesome language videos. Until next time, keep learning and shine bright.
Like a